Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to Off the Record, a special Project Offbeat series catered to get to know our guests beyond their careers. Gusto naman natin na makakwentuhan sila, makachika sila, besides everything that you've already seen in your newspapers, in your magazines, and whatnot, diba? We want to know our guest for the person that they are. If you haven't listened to the episode on Coach Nash Racela's path, we highly suggest you to start there first. In today's Off the Record segment, we are joined by legendary basketball coach Nash Racela. Coach, welcome to the Off the Record segment.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Matt, again for having me. No, legendary. No,
Yes, Coach, legendary ka na talaga.
Age lang. Tumatanda lang ako. Hindi ako legendary.
Sige, Coach. So, this Off the Record segment is divided into two parts. The first part is what we call the big question segment, wherein it's thank you for our sponsor Nara Wooden Watches. No, it's like a question we've consolidated from people, anything that they want to know about Coach Nash na chika yung vibe. And then the second is we just have a mini challenge for you. Sige, Coach, let's start off with the very first big question. What's the feeling to go against the mega teams in both UAAP and PBA? Para napansin lang namin, Coach, is there a reason why you always opt for the quote-unquote non-mega teams, no? Parang kunwari sa PBA, you always have the San Miguels of this world. You always have the MVP groups of this world, right? And sa UAAP, laging naandyan yung mga big four, diba? Yung UST, Ateneo, UP, and whatnot, no? Coach, meron bang reason bakit you opt for, the Adamsons of this world, the Blackwaters of this world, no?
I just like challenges. Minsan hindi naman sinasadya, no? Hindi naman sinasadya, syempre. But minsan mas I always tell my teams, no, na mas masarap,
underdog.
Mas ma-enjoy mo yung panalo pag alam mong pinaghirapan mo, no? And when you go up against, powerhouse teams, no, and you get to beat them, or at least you get to give them a tough fight, ang sarap ng feeling. Ang sarap ng feeling ng gano'n. No? Again, you talk about Ateneo, Lasal, diba? Now UP, no? Nandun sila. And when you get to beat those teams, no? It's really napakasarap na feeling, no?
Yep.
Hindi mo mapipigilan yung ngiti mo pag tinalo mo yung mga yun.
Coach, wag naman sana sa Ateneo. Grabe ka naman. Ba't sa Ateneo pa?
Alam mo, ito i-share. Ito, Lance and Matt, i-share ko sa inyo to because I attended high school in Ateneo, Lasalin College, no. So syempre every time I coach against those teams, medyo sa akin, no, medyo there's some extra motivation, though it doesn't really affect me much, no. But after every game, especially when I Ateneans, no, kayo mga Atenista kayo, no, when I play them, and after a game, diba, kakanta tayo, gaganyan tayo, no.
Yep.
Pag narinig ko na yung what do we call that? Hymn, no? Yung hymn natin.
Yep. Merry for you. Yeah.
That Merry for you. And then katayo ako gano'n. When Ateneo wins, I see faces, common faces, no, na nakangiti sa akin gano'n, parang alam mo yun? So, ako naman talo, syempre, nakasimangat ako. Pero pag nanalo kami, ako naman ang nakangiti.
Tahimik ka ngayon.
So, yeah. That's why, yung sabi mo nga, yung 2015, that was a really, really good feeling. No? Especially after that game. And I see faces of a lot of familiar, friends, no? Nakita ko yung mga mukha nila. Syempre, nalungkot din sila. But, that's part of the game. No? It's part of the game.
Yeah. Sabi nga nila, Coach, paminsan mas masaya pa daw ang to silence the road crowd instead of just cheering, making the home crowd cheer for you. Iba yung moment na yun pinatahimik mo lahat dahil sa pagkapanalo nyo. I think that's what you're really trying to portray right now, Coach.
Yeah. And it also helped that at an early stage in my coaching, I was exposed to that, no? Because yung MBA was like, the Metropolitan Basketball Association was like the NBA. Kaya lang, it only lasted for 4 years. So home and away. So you're coaching against the home team, talaga maingay, you play in Bacolod, no? You play in Davao, talagang wild yung mga tao.
Yeah.
Hindi mo na maririnig, hindi mo na alam kung ano nangyayari. It's so much different from even the UAAP, no? But yeah, I think UAAP is close to that.
I think this next question, I think a lot of people are curious. Who is the best basketball player you have coached? Then the next question is, who is the best coach you have coached against?
Tough questions yan eh.
Siyempre.
Best player coach. A lot. I would say a lot of them, no? I lagi akong ganyan eh. Ayoko maging specific to just one person, no? But to me, players that were really coachable, no? Sa akin yun ang galing nila. Hindi yung yung galing sa basketball, no? But those players that were under me that were really coachable and that really helped me in my coaching, because if you're coachable, you get some influence sa ibang tao, no, sa mga teammates mo. To me, yun yung magagaling. Yun yung magagaling. Siguro isang tanong is sino yung I coach against, no? Yung magagaling na I coach against, no? Wow. Marami din eh. But you talk about PBA, the guy that really gave us a hard time was Junmar, no? Junmar Fajardo. Kasi
lahat naman, coach. Lahat naman,
nag-iba
no?
kasi talaga ang basketball because of him eh. Yeah.
Grabe.
So you really needed to make a game plan, no, against the Junmar Fajardo. Yeah.
Baka ngayon siguro mga Mikey Williams na parang
no, ngayon
parang,
iba na, nag-evolve na.
Oo nga eh. Parang Stanley Pringle na may shooting na lahat na. Parang the unicorn that he is, no. Okay, next coach, yung next question namin, no. What are the most underrated things that you appreciate from a management that hired you as a coach? Parang what are the things that they set up in place so that you can work well as a basketball coach to develop your players, to handle the team? Meron bang mga things that you're very, very grateful for whoever management that you've worked for na talagang pinapasalamatan mo sila on that one?
It helps when there's open communication, no, between management and coaching staff. I think it's more important more than yung mga things that they provide. Now, part of the success of a lot of teams is really having a supportive management. No, minsan ang problema, well, especially in the pros, minsan hindi sila magkatugma, hindi in line ang management at coaches. No? Expectations differ. Doon nagkakaroon ng frustration, and a lot of times that's where failure comes in, no? Pero when you have open relationships, open communication, naaayos yung mga ganong bagay, no? Now, nakakatawa because in FEU, when we started the program in FEU, no, they had back then they had nice facilities, no, pero syempre may mga kulang pa. And they were really open to suggestions, no, just putting in an office dun sa gym overlooking the court, no.
Yeah.
So it really helped us, no, coaches na nag-meeting kami right before practice. Di ba parang sa Ateneo, sa Moro Lorenzo, meron din tayong office dyan sa taas, no? So while people are doing, your players are doing stuff dun sa court, no? Some coaches nasa taas, nag-meeting pa rin, no? So nakakatulong because si FPU made inayos yung gym, no? Nagkaroon ng office dun sa taas. Now in Adamson, no, I just started late last year, no. Ngayon, may construction kami doon, no. So inayos yung gym, pinapaganda. Ngayon nagagawa na rin sila ng office din sa taas, no. Glass lang yan na office overlooking the court, no. So those are the things that you really appreciate, no, when you really know that they support you and they try to provide what you need to be successful.
Natandaan ko nga, coach, may isa kang video sa YouTube na nakita ko wherein I think you were only one of the very few coaches, if not the only one, that was awarded a 5-year parang program by Adamson, diba? And I think it goes to show how they see you as someone that's in here for the long run. Yung, alam mo yun, hindi lang one season championship agad, diba? Uunti-untiin mo yung program eh. And I think that's exactly what you were mentioning earlier. Yung paggawa ng isang office, di ba? Yung paggawa ng mga program, no? I think yun yung gusto mo talagang gawin, no, sa isang basketball team, coach.
Yes, and for you to put in a system, a culture, you bring in a culture, it really takes time eh. No? Hindi mo naman yan makikita kaagad, no, after 1 year or after 2 years. Sometimes talaga mas mahaba pa. And over time, you'll see changes, no? Dun sa tao, dun sa mannerisms nila, dun sa habits na nakikita mo, no? Mas makikita mo yan sa habang panahon. Sabi ko nga when I was talking to some teams, sabi ko kung may magbibigay sa akin ng 10-year program, no?
Grabe.
Bakit hindi? Just like in the US, 'di ba? Sa US, Philip, 'di ba? Puro ganyan long-term programs, 'di ba?
Grabe, 10 years, coach. Grabe yun. Parang di medyo ano rin yun, di kaya parang talirin yun, no? Na feeling. 10 years of your life, nasa isang team ka.
Yeah, I'm good with 5. Pero just like in FU, no, ang nakakatawa with FU, we started with 2. No, but we ended up when I left, naka 8 or 9 years na rin ako sa
Grabe.
at least in the program of FU, no. I was head coach for 4 years, but I stayed there for another 4 years. So naka 8 years din ako sa kanila. And that's something again moving forward, no, I see in Adamson. I just hope that over time we build relationships, no, yung trust sa isa't isa. And yeah, sana maging successful.
All the best, coach.
Thank you.
Sabi ko nga, Lance, even sa question mo earlier about why does he join the non-mega teams or whatnot, it's all about relationship building. That's his key metric, si coach.
Exactly.
So, it's not necessarily the wins. It's not necessarily the championship. It's all about building relationships. I'm not sure if you have any players that you've coached that have undergone the shift to other leagues in Asia. So parang, I guess, good examples here would be the Revena brothers, the De Leaño brothers, Kobe Paras, Ray Parks. Lahat sila nasa nasa Japan Basketball League.
Even the UAAP coach, no? Parang sila Barrientos, no? Si SJ nga, lumipat na rin, coach. Wala na kaming players sa Ateneo.
True. Oh, thank you to Korea.
Oh. Coach, wala na kami pambato eh.
So I guess your question here is, pabor ka ba of these young players playing outside the country? Pero it's at the cost of not playing in the PBA, di ba?
Yeah.
What's your stance on that, or what's your insight there?
Well, ako pabor, no. I'm really open to it, and not everybody gets that kind of opportunity. No, ilan lang naman yan eh, diba? So let them go to where they are needed, no? Or at least kung may nag-i-interest sa kanila, let them go. Diba? Hindi mo naman alam kung matagal yan, or for some of them it will be short term, no? Maybe 1 season, diba? Si De Leaño nga just stayed in Japan for a couple of months only. No? So let them explore. Puro bata naman yan eh. Let them explore. You'll never know. Just like kayo, no? Kung nasan kayo, diba? Do kayo sa stage of know kung saan kayo talaga dapat. So, ayun lang. I just hope na when they go to ngayon Korea and Japan, no? Or even Taiwan, no? When they go to those places, sana lang they leave or they don't burn bridges, no, kung saan sila nanggaling. Sana meron talagang, kumbaga, maluwag silang pinayagan, no? Just like kanina you mentioned SJ and RJ Barrientos. I heard that Ateneo and FU were both naman. Alam ko maluwag silang pinayagan.
Ay nako, wala na kaming pambato. Kailan kaya kukunin ng Korea si Lastimosa? para naman pantay, coach.
Muntik na.
Talaga?
Naku po, coach. Bakuran niyo na yan si
Oo nga.
si Jerome para ano. Okay. Last for me on the big questions, coach. Actually, ang dami ko nabasa, coach, that there's so many articles that really talk about you and your brotherhood with, of course, Coach Olsen from FEU, no. Coach, sa tingin nyo from your perspective, saan mas magaling si Coach Olsen and saan kayo mas magaling kay Coach Olsen? Sa inyo lang, sir, sa opinion na lang.
Oh, sure na sure ako mas magaling siya sa maglaro ng basketball. No, kaya tumagal siya sa PBA ng no? Tagal-tagal niya eh. I don't know, 15 I think, no? He retired when he was 40. So magaling talaga siya mag-basketball. Ako pang barangay level lang yung basketball ko. In terms of coaching, maano siya, madetalye. Tsaka maano siya, short of saying makulit, no? Talagang ito, ganyan. Laging ganun siya eh. Ako hindi naman ako ganun. So that's sometimes, no, I also look for that, no? So that's why I empower my assistant coaches. I let them do those things, no, yung mga detalye. I let them explain, emphasize on such things, no. Tapos ako lagi dun sa bigger picture. Yeah.
I see.
Kung ako mas magaling, hindi ko masabi. Siguro mas mahaba lang ang pasensya ko sa kanya. Yeah.
Coach, importante yan sa coach, no? Diba? Parang you're really patiently grooming a player to become a star or to become an excellent role player, diba?
And that's something that I try to teach him also, no? Sabi ko nga, based on experience, it would be better if mas mahaba ang pasensya mo. Si Coach Olsen, mas lang siya. So, sabi ko, huwag niya pabutin dun sa pagsabog, no? Pakonti-konti dapat, sabi ko. Sundot ka, magalit ka ng konti para hindi ka sumabog sa dulo. So,
yeah, that's a great tip.
Coach, who is in your top 5 basketball players of all time? So you can get from the NBA, if ever PBA, international play, etc. Who makes that top 5?
Coach, kung pwede, 5 sa NBA, 5 sa PBA, at 5 sa UAAP, no?
Wow.
Para
Grabe.
sinulitan natin, no? Sinulitan natin.
Siguro NBA, I like, growing up, I liked, Magic Johnson. So,
yeah, for sure.
Happy si Philip dyan because he's a Laker fan. So, Magic Johnson.
Same sila ng dad ko.
I also like si Penny Hardaway. So, yun lang yung mga naalala ko mga players. No? Hindi ko alam. 5 dami, no? I like the guards. Jason Kidd, Steve Nash. So, yun yung mga gusto ko napapanood. Not right now, siguro ngayon sa panahon na to si Luka. So,
kala ko si Steph sasabihin mo, Coach.
Si
mas
Steph,
ka kay Luka, no?
Kay Luka ako. So mas all around. Most of those players that I mentioned, grabe ang all around game. Yeah, so that's in the NBA. Sa PBA, I have to Junmar Fajardo, syempre.
Of course.
Junmar Fajardo, Olsen Racela, I would say si Jason Castro, no?
The Blur.
UAAP, well, I have to say, you talk about the UAAP. Well, siguro sa FPU has to be Mac Bello, no? Because again, when he beat Lasal in Ateneo, then he has to be up there. Dindo Pumaren, I think nung time niya sa Lasal. June Reyes during his time in Ateneo. No? Si Alan Kaidig during his time in UE. Even si Coach Pido Harenzo in UST. So a lot of really great UAAP players. No? Yung iba doon, marami doon, hindi nyo na inabutan. Siguro dahil kaibigan natin si Kiefer, sige na nga, sama na rin natin si
Yun! Kaya pa kami nag-iintay, Coach. Alright, so thank you, Coach, for joining us for the big questions. Our last part for Off the Record series is what we call the reacting to tweets challenge, no? So meron lang kaming tweets, Coach, na kinuha wherein they talked about you or even basketball in general. We just like you to react on it whatever your thoughts on it, feel free to chime in, Coach. Okay. Tweet that we have, Coach, is from at Rube Silicious. Alam mo, hindi talaga ako sanay na wala si Coach Nash Racela sa FEU MBT at nasa Adamson na siya. I'm sorry, guys. Coach, how will you react to that tweet, no?
Well, siguro number one, anong ibig sabihin niya dun sa sa FEU MVP? Is FEU and MVP together? No, hindi naman yata.
I think MBT, Coach, men basketball team. MBT.
Oh, MBT. Okay.
Yep.
Men's basketball team, yeah. Oh, I was also I also struggled with that, no? Na bigla mawawala ako sa FEU. No, but again, such is life, no? Mawawala ka sa isa, lilipat ka sa isa, no? Walang nga 'di ba? Alam niyo naman 'yan, walang forever, no? Much as I wanted to stay in FEU for a long time, no? But again, there's another opportunity that was presented to me. So I just had to move on. No.
Guys. Sakit. Ang sakit nun, Coach. Nasanay na sila sa'yo eh. in that green and yellow uniform.
So this is from Naving. Ayan. Adamson has won 4 straight. They're up to 5-6. They're in contention for the Final Four. Jerome Lastimosa is playing out of his mind. They look more and more like Nash Racela coach team by the day. FEU, NU, look out. The Falcons are in the driver's seat.
Yeah, again, it takes time. No? Si Naveen is a media personality.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess over time he really understood the kind of program that we build. No, nung nasa FEU ako na halos sabay kami noon. No, he was a young guy from LaSalle covering games. Kaya naintindihan niya, alam niya yung mga ginawa namin sa FEU. And yeah, it's nice that in such a short time nakita niya kaagad yun sa Adamson. And hopefully we in the next 2 to 3 years talagang mag-manifest din yun sa Adamson.
All the best, Coach. And the next tweet is from at Hiraya in the Sea. So medyo pa-joke to si Hiraya in the Sea. Sabi niya,
alam niyo ba ba't Olsen ang pangalan ni Coach Olsen Racela? Kasi pinanganak daw siya ng All Saints Day. Alam niyo ba ba't Nash ang pangalan ni Coach Nash Racela? Pinanganak daw siya on a national holiday.
That's a true story. That is.
Talaga?
Totoo yan.
Literally?
Oy, wow.
Totoo yan.
But may punchline dyan.
Oh,
Okay, Philip, ikaw magkwento. Ano yung punchline?
So si Tito Nash pinanganak on November 30, tama?
Yes.
Tama. So before kasi yun yung National Heroes Day. Nung pinanganak siya, yun yung National Heroes Day. Kaya Nash pangalan niya. Pero ngayon pinalitan na yung National Heroes Day to August, I believe, 'di ba? So marami nagkakamali na, uy, birthday ni Coach Nash today, August kasi National Heroes Day. Pero hindi. Ano siya, Bonifacio Day yung birthday niya ngayon. And to add to that, if you guys don't know, may isa pa silang kapatid na nandito actually sa US, dito sa LA. Pangalan niya Wally. That's his nickname. And yung reasoning naman doon is Wally, walang okasyon, it did not fall on any specific holiday or day, kaya Wally yung pinangalan. And that those are 3, that's actually the origin of their 3 names.
Grabe.
akala ko joke lang. Literally, I thought it was a joke.
Coach, di ko lang alam how did fans even realize this and have the time to know about this? No, do you talk about it in your interviews?
Yes. Some people ask about it, and some of them, especially when Coach Olsen was still playing, they talk about it a lot. Kaya medyo marami rin taong may nakakaalam din.
Ang galing. Well, that is such a great FYI to our audience, no? Na-prove pala natin na totoo tong trusted sources pala si Hiraya in the Sea, no? Okay, Coach, last tweet, and it's coming from Izeze Flores. For a country with a lot of guards, dribble drive is still the best suited offense for us. Chot Reyes, the 2022 PBA Coach of the Year, will make sure his squad is motivated and ready to compete. We are excited for what's to come. Coach, what's your reaction to this?
Well, he has a point, no. Well, that's probably one of our strengths, no, playing open court basketball, dribble drive offense. But I think for us to be successful, we really need to have a combination of different systems, no. So
Yeah.
now na-expose tayo to a lot of European coaches. Coach is there. So nakita natin also the level of success that they've had. So I think you just have to get good things about those two systems. No? Tapos tingnan natin kung saan tayo makakarating.
I see. Okay, Coach, thank you for joining us for Off the Record segment. We hope medyo nahirapan ka naman sa mga big questions at tweets natin, Coach, no? Thank you, Coach, for joining us. If you liked our special series, follow us as well on Facebook, IG, LinkedIn, and YouTube for exclusive content. That's at the Project Offbeat. If you want to learn more about our guest, Coach Nash Racela, catch him on Facebook, IG, and of course, in Adamson's games. See you again, Coach. See you again, Philip. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you.